Well, this is the spring. As you can see, it's snow here, which is really unusual. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to try and take a walk somewhere that I've been planning for a while. It's fantastic, believe me. I wanted to do it in all seasons, so as soon as this fell, I thought I can't go and work, I'm a gardener, so I thought I'll go and see if I can get through, so come with me. We're going right over there, beyond where you can see. Now this is quite an old village, so there was a lot of ancient stuff to see around here. And when I say ancient, I don't mean Roman, I mean pre-Roman. The Romans just came and took it over, and people kind of believe that the Romans put it there or had involvement when actually it was already there. Anyway, I'll come on to that another time. Let's go up here. There's the door where the goblins live. That's how I see it anyway. It's difficult to walk in snow and wellies. People laugh at the British when it snows because we can't cope, but it doesn't happen that often. We've got the Gulf Stream, so the chances of us getting snow are very limited. So what's the point in spending all that money and in preparation for something that might not happen? Now, clearly, I'm going to ruin this, but that's part of the fun. I'm not up this early for nothing. I did say that this is full of old stuff. Now this road, this track that I'm walking on, is the old coach road. And this is the old coach road to from London to Bristol. Now, who knows how long before it was the old coach road was it used? I don't know, so that deserves a bit of looking into. I mean, I suspect, and this isn't very nice, but I suspect it was commonly used to transport slaves from London to Bristol. I mean, I do, you know, so wouldn't it be easier to take them round on a boat? I don't know, but then it's only 100 miles or so. 130, so who knows. Anyway, that's just a thought. Yeah, it's looking down into more of the wooded valleys. I'm just surrounded by woods and trees here. It's beautiful. I couldn't think of anywhere more perfect to be, actually. Everywhere I go there are woods and trees, lots of them, and valleys with rivers. Okay, well, I'm probably about halfway along, maybe half a mile, so it's probably about a mile I'm going to have walked, but I'm showing you all the best bits. And some of it I can't actually film because of the wind driving the sleety snow at me. Okay, well, we're starting the descent from the top of this into another combe. So there you go, there's a clue as to where I'm heading for. Right, the wind's really shooting it across here, so join me at the bottom on the other side. We've come from up in the top corner there, and we're heading down behind that clump of trees there, out in a blizzard. We've come from that far corner. But while we're here, I'll just quickly mention this because you can't really see that clearly, but there is a stream down in the bottom there, runs through there and round, following the line of trees there, and comes down there, but goes that way. And about a decade ago, I used to help train a heavy horse in this field. There were a couple of other horses in there with it, and it was there was one really exciting magical night, but I'll tell you that when I come through here when it's a nicer day and I've got time to stop. Okay, right, well, we're going to continue. This fence didn't used to be here, but we're going to continue down here, and hopefully I'll be in a bit of cover in a minute. Well, here is where it starts to get really magical. What we're about to hit is an old magical track that was used for a long time. I say magical because of the energy that's in there. I've tested it out, and I've taken people down there who can feel stuff. And I haven't told them where we're going, and the look on their face when they walk through this gate is priceless. Really, absolutely priceless. So I hope I haven't built it up too much. Now, we did once bring the heavy horse round down here and took it down here. So this length of the journey that we're going on now is exactly where we took the horse to move him from that field. But here we are. Look at these old walls down here. I must admit it's totally different in the snow, but it still feels magical. Just that first line of hazel trees just got me in there, and well, let's go down here then. Glad you're coming. This is just amazing. You can tell by my face it's hit me already. Okay, there's still more of this to go. This is the scene looking behind us. Okay, we're nearing the bottom of this bit, and we do have to go through a tiny village. I mean, tiny. We're talking, 6 houses and Cotswold stone and all that. So now we're through the dip, and we're going up to the other combe. Now, I couldn't film back there because the snow was so heavy. It was making my camera wet, so you just have to enjoy some of the scenes that I actually can manage to shoot. And again, this is walled and really has an old feel to it. And some of the ivy going up into the trees on the side here is pretty thick. Let's give you an example. Look at that. So we brought him up here and through the gate there and into this field. Let's see if I can get up here. Yeah. And we used to train him in that field. And for anyone who doesn't believe we get snow in these parts, look at all that. Okay, the last gate to climb over before I'm into a really lovely bit. Well, I say that. It's all a really lovely bit. Come on with me. Nice proper step style, out of stone. Well, I must really apologise for the sound of the aircraft. There is not a second's break between them, and that's basically because they've been stranded overnight, so I think they're taking off every 2 minutes. And I'm not near an the nearest airport is 30-40 miles away. Look at this. There's a slope down there, that's down to the river, as you can see. River, stream, whatever you want to call it. But this is quite a magical little spot to be walking through. Especially when you're on your own doing it. So what kind of idiot would come out while it's like this? I mean, most people wait to get the shots till it stops snowing. No, to be fair, and give me some credit, I did look at the weather forecast. It said it had stopped when I left, and it had. There was nothing falling, but it's obviously got thicker. And as they say in these parts, I bloody love it. And for anybody interested, I've probably come 3-4 miles, but that's just a guess, because this is like a roller coaster. It's up and down. But oh god, I can't believe it. I mean, one of the best things about now, and the reason I'm so excited, is because the only tracks here are animal tracks. The only person that's here is me. And it's like nothing else exists. But it does, because there are people in my head, in my mind. Not people in my head, like, you know, telling me stuff. Well, actually, yeah, that is true, but not in that kind of way. As you can tell, I've started to go a bit mad. This is probably one of the most magical spots on this trek. This is quite nice here, actually. It's good for filming anyway, because there isn't that much snow. But I hope you're enjoying this, what I can show. I've got no idea which of my footage is going to come out. The bits I really wanted to film, I just couldn't. The lens was getting too wet with snow. The way the trunk flares out there at the bottom, That's known as buttresses, and these trees here, they've got some of the biggest buttresses I've ever seen on beech trees, and pretty much every single one has them. They stop it falling over, so quite necessary really, but they don't all have, I mean they have them, but not quite in the proportions that these ones have got them in here, for the height they are.